Just left Alice Springs and we're heading due west. Mountain ranges either side.
West MacDonnell National Park is jam-packed with natural beauty.
Excited for the new. We put the van right up on the rocks next to the river.
We're going to head up to Ormiston Gorge, sit by that waterhole and take it all in. Get up to Redbank Gorge, worth every bit scrambling over those boulders. Jade green waterhole.
The light shafts are coming down. There's this whole new dimension.
We're going to move to a new area, part of Finke National Park. It's called Palm Valley.
Palm trees in central desert. Travelling up a creek bed. We're surrounded by red gorges.
Very high clearance four-wheel drive track. We've got two lines we can take. Both look a bit hairy. We're going to head up and start the walk into one of the oldest riverbed in the world. 340 million years old. You can really feel it. You get up into these places and you just don't want to leave. And we're going to take you along with us. Let's get out there. Welcome to West MacDonnell Ranges, Palm Valley and Finke River National Park in the Northern Territory of Australia. From dramatic gorges and ancient riverbeds to hidden waterholes and off-grid camping, this adventure is at its best. Join us as we take you deep into Aranda country on a journey you won't forget. Welcome back to Artzone Travel's Off-Grid Ventures. We're Pete and Tan, travelling full-time across Australia in our off-road caravan. We live and work on the road chasing rugged, remote and beautiful landscapes, four-wheel drive adventures and unforgettable off-grid camping experiences. In this episode, we journey west of Alice Springs to camp right on the ancient riverbed of the Finke River at 2 Mile Camp. From here, we explore the stunning West MacDonnell Ranges all along Namatjira Drive, exploring Simpsons Gap, Ellery Ck Big Hole, Stanley Chasm, the Ochre Pits, Ormiston Gorge and the striking Redbank Gorge at the base of majestic Mount Sonder. Then we move deeper into the desert to Palm Valley in Finke Gorge National Park. From here we head up along one of the world's most ancient river systems, the Finke River, where rare red cabbage palms and towering cliffs create a desert oasis like no other. We camp in the heart of this remarkable landscape, so come along with us as we share the beauty, history and off-grid adventure of this amazing slice of Central Australia. Good morning everyone. Well, this morning we are really excited because we're going to be taking you out into the West MacDonnell Ranges. Very well known, very popular and for so many reasons. And we're going to be ticking off every single box and showing you everything we can out there along the way over the next few days. So I've got a map here. So what we're going to be doing this morning is starting off in Alice Springs. We're going to be heading out along Larapinta Drive. That then runs into Namatjira Drive. Now all the way along here are the most magnificent sights to see. What we've decided to do is base ourselves out at 2 Mile. There's a camp out at 2 Mile, which is opposite Glen Helen Gorge. It's you can camp on the dry riverbed up there. So it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So from that base, we'll just come out here and do lots of different day trips and show you all the beautiful sights. Later on in the journey, what we're going to be doing is completing like this full loop here back into Alice Springs. So we're going to be then changing camps, coming down around here, and we're going to be coming down into the Finke Gorge National Park. And there's a beautiful campsite there and a beautiful sight to see called Palm Valley. like an oasis out in the middle of the outback. We'll be exploring around this area and then finishing off back in Alice Springs much later on. So looking forward to the journey.
Yeah, good morning. So we're on our way now. So we've just left Alice Springs and we're heading, due west. And we have just noticed how much the landscape's actually changing. It's just opening up, mountain ranges either side. It's a beautiful blue day. And again, we're pumped, we're excited for the new.
West MacDonnell National Park stretches about 161 kilometres west of Alice Springs, and it is jam-packed with natural beauty and features. So it's pronounced Joricha traditionally, and it is of high cultural significance to the Aranda people of this country. Okay, so we've got about an hour 20 to go before we get out to our base camp. Very exciting. This country is absolutely beautiful. The thing too is just a couple of practical tips. Last time we were out here, we stayed at Ormiston Gorge National Park, where you can stay in tents, camper trailers and caravans. There's a little cafe out there, a little kiosk, so you can get snacks and food. The other thing was another time we stayed out at Glen Helen Gorge Resort. However, that has been closed down at the moment. What we're keen to find out is Pete's done a little bit of research already. There are some petrol bowsers out there, but we just want to know a little bit more about that before we can let you know what's happening there. So we're going to take you along with us. So excited. Okay, so we've just arrived at Point Howard Lookout. So I think it's about halfway along the Namatjira Trail, and it's a magnificent lookout up here. Come and have a look at this. So Point Howard Lookout, guys, that was a really nice little break, but also you can free camp there. It's 24 hours. You perch right up on the hill. There would be about 10 different sized camp spots, from really small spots for rooftop campers right through to, there's a couple of larger areas up there you could take a caravan our size, and there's fire pits and the views are beautiful. So keep that one in mind. Look, just wanted to say too, it's a fantastic drive out here along Namatjira Drive. It's all bitumened, so the driving is sweet, and we're really enjoying it actually. It's just a very gentle, soft, windy road all through this country. The weather out here at the moment's beautiful. You know, probably the best time to travel out here in Central Desert is when obviously it's not too hot. So those winter months, you know, between April up till September, absolutely beautiful. We're travelling late July 2025, and so the mornings have been on average, you know, from about 0 up to 4, so they're fairly crisp, but the daytimes are just beautiful and mild, you know, around mid-20s. So makes for travelling and touring through this gorgeous landscape so comfortable.
So as we're heading closer now, I just want to tell you about where we're going to camp up. Now, the old timer's name is called 2 Mile, and it's based on the Finke River. But it's a beautiful spot. It takes over around 100 people in there. It's quite large. The facilities are pretty basic, and in the Northern Territory, the pricing of their national parks is based on how much facilities you've got. So where we're staying tonight at 2 Mile, it's $10 per person. However, when we stay at Palm Valley, there's hot showers there, so that's $15 per person. So not a bad system. I've always found the Northern Territory National Parks ahead of the game.
Alrighty, so we've turned off onto the Neil Hargrave lookout. It's so great, all these little stops and lookouts along the way as you travel out through the Larapinta. Really enjoying it. And again, this is another 24-hour free camping area, so how good is that? Okay, so we've arrived at Glen Helen, so we're just going to drive in there and just see what's happening.
Okay, so I've just filled up at Glen Helen. So what they've done is it's obviously a site, it's all fenced off, but they've put in one of those mobile fuel tanks that you tap. So I've just put $50 in, it works, so it's just nice to know that we're good to go for tomorrow, whatever we do. You can do a loop, and big vans and RVs can get through here quite easily. They've got unleaded and diesel, and that's it.
Alrighty, off to find camp. So it's called 2 Mile and it's based down on the Finke River. It's about 300, 400 metres away from here. So we'll see you at camp.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. Seven years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait.
It's very pretty along here. We've passed a couple of campsites already, but we just thought we'll go further along because there's a whole kilometre track of camping along here. And as we move in further, it's just absolutely beautiful. All these soft grasses. The road in is actually really not a bad condition. It's soft and sandy, but not to the point where I think we're going to get bogged. So I think we're right. And there's all these little soft sandy tracks that just shoot off this main road here that we're travelling along. So I don't think we're going to find it too hard to find a spot. As we're driving along, I'm just looking over to the west there, and in the distance through the trees I can see the beautiful like navy blue silhouette of the majestic Mount Sonder. That's one of the spots we're going to be going and having a little look at too whilst we're here. So majestic. So there's a whole 3 kilometres of camping along here. So I think there's going to be plenty to choose from. The main camping area is up at the end there. So yeah, I don't think there'll be too much trouble finding a spot. Okay, so here we are. We've found a camp. So right along here, there is actually water in the river. So that's going to be absolutely beautiful. We might even get the togs on, have a swim. And I'm just looking down there now, and there's also some beautiful white herons just tucked in amongst the reeds there. Going to be pretty good. It's a really nice view. There's a rocky outcrop here. And just over through the trees, Mount Sonder. So here we are, the sun's going down. It's beautiful, it's so peaceful. There's just something really special about this place. Pete's just pouring a drink and we're just going to sit out here and watch the sun go down over this landscape. Really beautiful. Well, good morning everyone. I've just grabbed out this map here, so I thought I might show you what we're going to be doing today in our first day out here in the West MacDonnell Ranges. So today what we're going to do is we're going to backtrack all the way along this beautiful Namatjira Drive and part of Larapinta Drive as we head back to start sort of closer to the Alice Springs end this morning. And we're just going to work our way all along these amazing numbered sites here. So right now what we're going to do is head straight back in to site number 3, which is Simpsons Gap. Okay, so we're on our way. It'll take us about an hour and a half to get down there. So here we are, we're just arriving at Simpsons Gap now. Simpsons Gap is one of the most prominent gaps in the West MacDonnell Ranges. It's just 20 minutes drive from Alice Springs itself. You might be able to spot a black-footed rock wallaby along the walking track or near the permanent waterhole. Several dreaming trails and stories cross at this important spiritual site. There are many short walks that pass the native plants of the area, including ancient ghost gums and to great views of the range. Wow, that was a surprise.
Very, very beautiful, very, very quiet, very calming. The colours are outstanding here.
Oh, look, when we walked around the corner and we saw that beautiful jade green water and the wind is just skimming across it, making it ripple, the reflections are stunning. Just the gap itself is really, really strong and commanding. So if this is a beginning for today, wow, can't wait to see what else is to come. This is truly magnificent. Okay, so next up is another beautiful site called Stanley Chasm. Its traditional name means gap of water, and it is one of the big icons of Central Australia. And it's proudly owned and operated by the Western Arunda people. So apparently it's just absolutely stunning at any time of the day, but what they're recommending is an hour before midday or an hour after midday when the light is at its best coming through the chasm itself. We're really looking forward to is how the sun comes in through that gap and actually reflects on the really tall walls, and apparently the colours is just richly sublime. So it's just another 25 k's along from Simpsons Gap. Along this pathway, we're going to be travelling through various ecosystems and elevations to arrive at the chasm itself. We'll be enjoying culturally significant and biodiverse nature reserve that has remnants of Gondwanac ecosystems. So the chasm track is a 1.2 kilometre return, about 15 minutes each way, and it's an easy grade 1. The bat-leaved coral tree has cultural significance to the Indigenous people of Northern Australia, who have used the tree for medicinal purposes. So cycads are very ancient plants, and their ancestors 200 million years ago were the dominant flora of the planet. The Jurassic era of the dinosaurs is also known as the age of the cycad. They love it up here in this arid desert landscape. This rare and endemic species of cycad has been isolated for millennia in refuges in MacDonnell Ranges. Yeah, it's really interesting too. They say here that there's a constant supply of very ancient water that seeps slowly through the quartzite rock and maintains a reduced but constant supply in drought. you find that, Pete?
Oh, I think that, this time of day, just around midday, we watch the sun come through.
Absolutely. The light was bouncing around everywhere in there. It was literally fluorescent orange. It was just a beautiful feeling. Anyway, guys, so we're going to head on to the next site now. See you down there. Alrighty, so that was a nice little picnic stop there up at Point Howard Lookout. And now we're heading further west towards Ellery Ck Big Hole. As the name suggests, it's a big waterhole that sits in a creek called Ellery Creek. So it's just reading over thousands and thousands of years, water has carved out this great big waterhole and has revealed some amazing geology in there. Ellery Ck Big Hole is one of the largest permanent waterholes in West MacDonnell National Park. Between 340 and 310 million years ago, a complex sequence of events occurred which shaped the land you see today here. Massive earth movements pushed up a mountain chain 10,000 metres high. All around here, there is evidence of this great mountain building episode. How beautiful was that, Pete?
Yeah, look, I got to say, it's one of my favourites. It's a very beautiful waterhole. Yeah, I mean, there's a sense of silence through, even though there are people around, you just get this sense that I think it's the biggest waterhole in the area. Stillness and the birds just flying across it. Yeah, it's special.
Where are we heading to now, Pete?
Well, we're going to go to the Ochre Pits, and this is an area where the Indigenous people collected ochre for ceremony. So let's get there, have a look at it, and we'll let you know more about it.
We are just absolutely thoroughly enjoying today. The really great thing about it is that all of these amazing spots are all along this drive, the Namatjira Drive, and really easy to find. Everything's signposted and within, like half an hour from one another. So it just makes for a magnificent day trip. You could do it over 2 days if you wanted to spend more time in each location. There's a couple of spots that we've decided to leave out so that we can get back to camp on time. So we're going to skip Serpentine Gorge, a couple of other things. But look, there's just so much to see here. You've just got to take your pick and go for it. What a great day we're having. Aboriginal people have extracted ochre from these cliffs for thousands of years. The ochre from here is still used by Western Aranda people, mainly for ceremonial purposes. Ochre is integral to the Dreamtime stories of creation and lore of Aboriginal people throughout Australia. So where we're walking along here is one of the most dramatic formations of the Ochre Pits, with swirling near vertical curves of colour painted on the 10-metre high cliff face. Wind and rain have carved into the layers to reveal dramatic designs. The different colours represent layers of mudstone and siltstone, once horizontal but steadily heaved into their present near vertical position when the MacDonnell Ranges formed over 300 million years ago. So with the colours, the yellow ochre is the dominant colour of these cliffs, and it is caused by a mixture of white clay and iron oxide, which is the rust colour. Then the red-brown colours are formed by high levels of oxidised iron in very fine grain hematite or limonite. Then the white ochre has very little or no iron at all. The white colour comes from kaolin, a white clay material. Tiny fragments of mica and quartz give the ochre a shiny quality. Well, good morning, guys. So we're out and about exploring again today, and we're going to leave our camp here at the Finke River, and we're going to head west and head out here to Redbank Gorge, out here at the base of Mount Sonder. So yeah, should be a good day. And then we'll head back in a little bit later on into Ormiston Gorge today too. So the first port of call this morning is the Mount Sonder lookout. So that's literally not too far away from our camp. And I'm looking out now at Mount Sonder itself, absolutely magnificent. So we'll give you a bit of a squiz at that, and then we're going to head out there towards the base of Mount Sonder to Redbank Gorge. Sun's out, it's a beautiful day. Let's get out there.
Yeah, so about another 20 minutes drive. We'll be there pretty soon.
So I think what we'll do today is the Redbank Gorge walk. It's a 2 kilometre return, 1.5 hour walk, and it's a grade 3 moderate walk. So yeah, that looks like the go for us today. So we're here at the car parking area. So we're going to walk down here and along the creek bed there and right up into the gorge here. Unusual among the gorges in the park, Redbank Gorge is a deep, narrow gap filled with water. This gives it a cathedral-like atmosphere with rays of sunlight highlighting polished rock walls, marbled with colour. So you can walk along the Redbank Creek to the tranquil waterhole at the beginning of the gorge. Here the red rocks have their origin at about 800 million years ago when a shallow sea covered Central Australia. Other rocks here have been worn smooth and lost their red coating because of the great heights of water that rush through the gorge during floods. So it's a 1 hour return walk and it's a moderate grade 3 level. Wow, it's been worth every bit scrambling over those boulders and climbing up through that riverbed.
Just to stop and reflect and listen to the sounds.
Like it's just paradise in here. I think Redbank Gorge is really underrated. I mean, a lot of people skip coming here because it's the very last gorge you can visit. But guys, highly recommend, make the effort to get right up the end of the Namatjara Drive out to Redbank Gorge. All right, well, we better head back. We're going to head up to Ormiston Gorge. So here we are at Ormiston Gorge, beautiful day. We're just going to go down and sit by that waterhole and take it all in. Wow, g'day everyone. It's a beautiful morning down here on the Finke River. We're packing up and we're leaving today. And just before we do that, I just wanted to show you what it's like, what the surface is like down here on the river. There's all sorts of kind of different surfaces. So just down here, closer to the water's edge here, it's really, really soft and sandy. But there have been a couple of caravanners stay down there during our time here anyway, and they didn't seem to have any trouble getting in and out. It's really beautiful. If you want to camp right down there on the water's edge, it is exquisite, because what we've been doing over the last few days is watching the bird life in the morning, particularly early morning and late afternoon. There's been this pair of white herons, and they'll do their fishing every morning and afternoon, and there's other bird life too. It's just been gorgeous. And then where we've parked up over here is up a little bit higher on the riverbank, and it's really compact, large, kind of like a big stony base, just lots of big boulders that have been pressed down into the sand. So really, really good access down off the tracks along the back there through the grass. And there's just all these spots dotted all the way along this 2-mile stretch of the Finke River. It's been absolutely amazing, really peaceful. We've been facing the west, so we've had those beautiful sunsets every afternoon. Absolutely magnificent. Okay, so this morning we're going to move to a new area, and it's part of the Finke National Park, and it's called Palm Valley. We've got a caravan site booked in there, and we are so excited to get up there and explore what we've heard is a beautiful desert oasis. Okay, alrighty, so we'll see you up there.
Righty, so we're going to pull over up here at a lookout called Tyler's Pass and have a coffee and check out the beautiful views.
Wow, check that out.
Yeah, that's where a meteor crashed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just exploded into the ground and pushed up all the soil. It's amazing.
That's spectacular. Let's check it out. The ring of hills rising from the plains to the south is Goss Bluff, otherwise traditionally called Norla. Western Aranda people believe that Norla was formed when a group of women danced across the sky as the Milky Way. During this dance, a mother put her baby to rest in its wooden baby carrier, toppled over the edge of the dancing area and crashed to the earth where it became the circular rock walls of Norla. What's it got there, Pete?
So this comet hit the ground and the comet was 600 metres wide and crashed right there into that space, that void, and pushed up the soil as you see it today. Unbelievable. Could you imagine the shockwaves?
Oh, I don't know if I'd like to be around for that.
Don't think you would be.
Okay, so we're coming up to a T intersection which takes us on to Larapinta Drive, and this is where you can turn off, you turn left and head towards Alice Springs, or if you turn right you head out to Kings Canyon, which takes you around the Morini Loop. At this point it's about 43 k's into Hermannsburg, and if you keep going you'll end up in Alice Springs, which is about 163 k's away. Okay, so we've just passed the turnoff that goes right down into Finke River National Park, but we're just going to pop into Hermannsburg first, which is just 5 minutes up the road. Alrighty, so we're planning on stopping and getting some fuel, and then we'll just double back and head down to camp to Palm Valley in the Finke National Park.
All right, we just fueled up at Hermannsburg. So there is a unleaded and diesel there. Again, it's one of the machines that you tap and you put in the amount you want and then you fill. It's $2.75 and that's in end of July 2025. About 10 cents cheaper than Glen Helen. So if you're coming out this way, if you want to save it 10 cents a litre, I'd go to Hermannsburg.
Okay, so we've hit the red dirt track and we're heading in towards Palm Valley. It says it takes about half an hour to get there. Road's a little bit corrugated, so it could take a bit longer than that, of course, but very excited. It's already looking magnificent.
So we're basically travelling up a creek bed. They've just made a road just to the left, but when I put the drone up, you can see the creek. So this is all floodplain here. The road is gravel and it's actually been graded quite well now that we're down level. So it's a very pleasant drive. We're surrounded by red gorges and cliffs and these deep coloured gum trees. You know, we always keep saying the same thing. It's very, very beautiful.
And we've just spotted some brumbies too. This area is well known for its beautiful wild brumbies. Certainly beautiful to see them out in the landscape here.
Morning everyone, we're just heading up to the Palm Valley walk this morning, about 10 o'clock. It's about 3 degrees, it's nice and cool, so we're looking forward to get some exercise and warm up. So we're just driving up to the car park where it starts for the walk. It's about 4 kilometres from the campground, so it's a little bit rocky and washed out, but nothing that a normal four-wheel drive couldn't handle. It's a beautiful day today, it's blue skies, and it's about 10 o'clock, so we're just going to head up there now and see why these palm trees are existing in the middle of the desert.
We are thoroughly enjoying this track this morning. It is definitely a very high clearance four-wheel drive track. So you end up going along the riverbed and you cross sections where the water runs through and there's great big rocky slabs that you've got to drive over like we are now. It's getting a bit bumpy, but we're just crawling across. Anyway, it is just nice to go at a snail's pace because check this out, it's magnificent. So we've just pulled up because we've spotted a whole band of these beautiful cycads. Check this out. So I'm just reading here that this cycad grows only in Central Australia ranges. The cycad is also a very slow growing plant. Its trunk consists of the densely packed remains of every leaf the plant ever grew. So by counting these leaf bases, scientists estimate that some of the local cycads are between 200 and 300 years old. Alright, so I've just dumped out because we've got two lines we can take here. Yeah, both look a bit hairy, but we'll go and have a look, hey? So that's that one, and this is the next one. Decided to take the left one. Alrighty, I better get off the track so Pete can come through. Just got to walk it across, I guess, and you get there in the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's parts here where I put it into 4 low, second gear. It's just about controlling it so much. It's not difficult, but it's just getting the right line. If you get the wrong line, you're definitely going to scrape your sump, and that's not a good thing. So yeah, we're just tootling along. We've got it second gear at the moment, low, and yeah, just enjoying the view.
Okay, so we can see the car park ahead. We're just coming across this last section, which is a really large rock slab in the middle of the river. So just navigating that, and yeah, we might pull up, have a break, have a coffee. We bought the flask this morning, and then we're going to head up and start the walk up through Palm Valley. So excited. So our questions have been answered. So here on the information board at the start of the walk, they have the story about these, the mystery of the palms and how they got here.
So we're going to do the Aaron Kaya walk. So we're going to start here at the car park and we're going to walk all the way along here. Other walk is you can go all the way along the creek bed, climb up and then go all the way back to the car park. We did that last time, but this time we want to do some art, so we're just going to tootle up here along the creek bed.
So almost 1,000 kilometres from its nearest relatives, how did the red cabbage palm come to live in this oasis in the heart of Australia? There's different theories. One is it's a relic species from another time. It's a popular theory, now largely discounted by scientists, is that Livistonia is a remnant of a wetter past, left behind in this sheltered oasis as Australia started becoming more arid around 1 million years ago or more. The other theory is brought here by the Indigenous people. So growing shoots of the palms, known as palm hearts, are edible and the seeds of the palms can be cultivated. One theory is that as Aboriginal people moved into Central Australia more than 15,000 years ago, they brought the Livistonia seeds with them as a possible food source. The third theory here is that they were dropped by a bird. Water birds, such as pelicans, fly long distances in response to changes in food availability. After foraging for food in coastal wetlands where Livistonia grows, such species would be large enough to carry the seeds in their stomachs to help them digest food and deposit them here on their journey. Scientists continue to test their theories, examine the changes to Australia's climate, and analyse the genetic structure of the palm to search for answers.
So one of the things we've just learnt this morning is that the palm tree is only actually along about 2 kilometres of this gorge. And the main reason is that it's permanent water and also it's protected from the wind. So that could have a bit to do with it. Maybe they were somewhere else in Central Desert but just didn't survive. But here, yeah, it looks like it's worked out to be really well for them. It's quite a beautiful gorge to be. This has far exceeded our expectation. It's just this rich colours, these beautiful cabbage tree palms, and there's nobody around. It's just silent, it's quiet, it's reflective. And we've been here in this one spot now for about an hour and a half. and we've done a little bit of art, we've had lunch, we've been really quiet, and we've just listened to all the sounds, the wind going through the trees. This is absolute heaven.
Yeah, I think we've spent the good part of about 2 hours sitting here on this rock under these palm trees, having lunch, just listening to the beautiful wind through the palms, taking it all in, having a rest, breathing in the fresh air, and making some art. And, you know, I know art's not for everyone. That's quite all right. It's our thing. When we've got the time, it's really, really nice to put the cameras down and just sit in a place, get out the art materials. Doesn't have to be a big masterpiece or anything. It's just simply about making some marks and observing what's there. But it's also about the process of just quietening down, really observing each shape, each tree, each rock, each cliff face, and then just, you know, trying to abstract it, put down some colour, get out a pen, outline some shapes. And, you know, it's not the perfect piece of art. For us, it's not what that's about. It's actually just about, I guess it's an excuse just to stop and slow down and do something different. And it really does slow you down. You hear yourself think, you hear yourself breathe, and it's just so relaxing. And then in the end of it, sometimes you actually end up quite happy with what you've made. I'm pretty happy with my little piece of art this afternoon. And it's just such a lovely way to end our time here in Central Australia by coming up here into what they say the oldest riverbed in the world, or one of the oldest riverbeds in the world, the Finke River. And you know what? You can really feel it. It's still, it's grounded, it feels strong, it's silent, it's big, and certainly sort of demands respect, I feel. Absolutely magnificent. See you back at camp. Okay, so we've been staying here in campsite number 2, which is really good for solar. There's a lot of sunlight hitting the van here, right out at the end. There's a lot of trees all along these ones here. The sun can get through in certain parts. These two here at the end are good too, if you're needing a lot of solar power, 18 and 19. The amenities are here, really nice hot showers. There's fire pits here and here, And over here is the overflow camping. There's been a couple of groups staying in here. Overall, really lovely camp. Oh, what's happening here, Pete?
Roast lamb tonight, garlic, cracked pepper and salt, and vegetables underneath. The lamb's sitting up off the camp oven.
What would I do without you? Beautiful way to celebrate our last night in Palm Valley. So what do you got happening in here, Pete?
Okay, I have cooking the roast lamb. Just put them on. There it is there.
Oh, beautiful.
You'll notice there's a little meat thermometer in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then just put that on there like that. I've got about 22 heat beads on the top and about 6 on the bottom. And that would give us about 2-hour cook time. But with the meat thermometer, we can get exactly medium rare. So on the Weber app, it tells me that 54 degrees is medium rare. That's what I want. I press done. And now it's telling me that the meat's 9 degrees because we just put it in. And 54 of course is medium rare. And when it gets to that stage, it'll start beeping. And we're going to be eating a beautiful roast leg of lamb tonight. So there you go, 54 degrees, medium rare is 54, so let's go and grab it. Oh, that looks so good.
Here we are standing in what is coined to be one of the oldest riverbeds in the world.
The Finke River.
So this is the wrap up of our West Macs episode. It's been absolutely amazing. Setting out from Alice Springs along the Larapinta Drive, I think we've seen some of the most stunning natural wonders there is in the country, all in a very small pocket of richness and beauty.
Yeah, you've got to get out here and explore it for yourself in the winter months. I mean, there's plenty of places to camp, caravan, rooftop. I've lost count.
Oh, there's so much to explore. So guys, do account for allowing yourselves more time than what you think, because you get up into these places too and you just don't want to leave. They're so stunning.
You just can't believe palm trees in Central Desert.
Yeah, what an oasis. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us again. As always, travel safe and
see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
As we come to the end of this journey through the West MacDonnell Ranges, Palm Valley and the ancient Finke River, it's hard not to pause and reflect on the beauty, history and timelessness of this land. From the towering gorges and hidden waterholes to the ancient riverbeds that have existed for hundreds of millions of years, every moment reminds us how small we are in the grand story of this world, and yet how connected we can feel to it when we just take time to slow down, explore and sink into it all. We hope you've enjoyed this adventure, or that it's inspired or informed your own travel goals to get out there and explore. If you're enjoying our adventures, consider subscribing to the channel to join us on more off-grid journeys across Australia. A huge thanks to you, to everyone who watches the ads all the way through. It really does help our channel grow. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and drop us a comment below. We love hearing from you, and your support also helps more curious explorers discover our stories on our channel, so we can keep sharing these wonderful experiences with people like you. Happy travels, keep chasing your dreams and never stop imagining your next adventure. We can't wait to see you in the next one.